For a few more days anyway, and we welcome you to Down on the Farm Radio. Brought to you today by D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin and on the web at ddtexasoutfitters.com. India's ban on wheat exports is still reverberating throughout the grain markets as KC July wheat experienced an 80-cent range yesterday following the 70-cent limit up move the day before. Corn was up 28 cents in sympathy to wheat, but gave back 8 yesterday. Soybeans continued higher, closing up 21. The trade generally believes the corn crop will get planted following a 49% planting figure from the USDA. The Corpus Christi Public Elevator is open this week for Malo trucks from 8 to 4:45. Cargill and Houston is open for trucks from 7 to 3. Commodity News is brought to you by John Tuggle, 800-288-4453.
I'm Larry Marble from Down on the Farm Radio, and I'm with Stephen from D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Stephen, you know, I'm an old sheep and goat man, was raised that way, and I love working sheep and goats with good equipment, and I bet you D&D can help me out, can't you?
Yes, sir. Larry, we are now carrying sheep and goat panels and working equipment from Rivera Panels. They're a family-owned company out in the little town of Lomita. They make quality equipment from working chutes to pens, all sorts of feeders that you can choose from as well.
Real great options for sheep and goat people. I know we've got them in Texas. I know we've got them in Guadalupe County. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Larry, you can get a hold of me at 830-379-7340, extension 161. I'm more than happy to answer any questions anyone may have.
We appreciate you. That's Stephen from D&D talking about their sheep and goat equipment, ddtexasoutfitters.com.
On the line with Sean Goswide of Gillespie Livestock in Fredericksburg. Sean, how was the sheep and goat sale today?
Yeah, we ended up with right at 4,200. Market was sure a little bit cheaper, JR. Quoted some of those lambs probably $20, $30 cheaper. You know, some of the better lambs kind of bring up to $285, $90 on the top end. Goat kids, you know, I quoted them cheaper, but that would have been the lighter stuff, and then some of the lower quality. Some of those really, really fancy kids still bring up to 470 or 75 today. Didn't have many of them, but the better end sure did bring what we did last week. On the nannies, it was probably steady. Might have been just a tick softer. Didn't have many friends. U-Market might have been a tick softer too. It seemed like it was kind of one of those weeks where it was kind of odd match stuff, and we're seeing a lot of stuff that's, you know, thin and drought out. All in all, it was quite a bit softer this week on the sheep and goat end. You know, bar those real fancy ones, they still brought pretty good money. On the cattle end, I'm sure thinking we're going to get somewhere like we had last week, maybe a tick more. It was awful hot today, and they're just now starting to roll in, so we'll kind of see how they roll in this evening. We have those better bunches we talked about. They are here, so we'll get rolling on cattle tomorrow.
All right, Sean Goswide of Gillespie Livestock in Fredericksburg. Tell folks how to get a hold of you.
You can reach us at 830-997-4394.
The Independent Cattlemen's Association of Texas is having their 48th annual convention and trade show June 22nd through the 24th in San Marcos. This year's show features fun for the whole family. The keynote speaker will be Texas Ag Commissioner Sid Miller. To sign up, visit ICATexas.com or call 512-620-0162. The 48th annual ICA Convention and Trade Show, June 22nd through the 24th in San Marcos. On the line now with Brian Lunsman of Seguin Cattle Company. Brian, how does the sale day look for Wednesday?
Kind of shaping up pretty good. I mean, it's been hot here in the afternoon, so everything's moving morning to the evenings, but kind of anticipating that 700. Lots more cows moving this week. I mean, you know, a couple of weeks ago, some people had rain and some people got nothing, so, you know, people are just kind of managing their herd. And, you know, the cows are in still good in body condition, so, you know, that helps a bunch. And calf crop, I mean, you know, what we got for offering, it's pretty good. And sheep and goats, you know, last week we ended up with 1,300, so I'm not even going to take a guess at that tonight. So
I was going to ask you about them.
Yeah, well, just all we can do is wait, because sheep and goat people, they're kind of fickle. I mean, that'll be this evening and in the morning, so
right.
I can't put my thumb on that one tonight.
Yeah, all right. Well, we wish you well for the sale. In the meantime, tell folks how to get a hold of y'all.
You can give us a call at 830-379-9955, or you can call me on my cell at 830-305-0652.
All right, well, we'll visit after the sale and see how it all went.
All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow evening, JR.
Neighbor, when I was a little boy, my dad would take me to the lumber yard there in Hart, and I got to walk the aisles while he would make his order. Didn't matter what he needed, whether it was something electrical, whether it was a simple tool like a claw hammer or a saw, whether it was nuts and bolts or screws, whatever he needed to do his repair jobs on the farm, we ended up getting at the local lumber yard. Your local lumber yard is MG Building Materials. And I use the word lumber yard because that's something that people of my generation are familiar with, but they're so much more than a lumber yard. There are 5 locations throughout our region, whether it's a cattle panel or a light bulb for your front porch, or 2x4s and 2x6s and big old sheets of plywood. You can find it at MG Building Materials. Go to mgbuildingmaterials.com for locations near you.
Let's go now to Leo Casas. Leo, how are you today?
Doing good, JR. I want to tell your listeners about some cattle that I have available for sale before we put them out in their pastures. I've got, I guess it's about 3 loads, maybe a little more, of these 3/4 Brahman replacement heifers. We raised them all. They're all bred to low birth weight Angus bulls to calve this fall. I've got about 60 of the solid colored cattle, and then I've got about 50 of the tiger stripes, and I believe 43 of the chocolate motley face. They're dog gentle, cosmetically dehorned. We raised all of them. And if you have any questions, I can be reached at 361-362-5863. Keep up with us on database on Instagram, Casas Cattle _Rancher 3, or log on to my website for photos, videos, and information, CasasCattle.com, CASAS, CasasCattle.com. We're the bull people.
PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Supplies, San Antonio, Hondo, High, Robstown, and Kerrville. Don't forget Laredo and Jourdanton. Pipe, structural steel, valves, fittings, culverts, purlins, fencing, rebar, and supplies. PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Supplies, 210-223-PIPE. Visit their website, pipemovers.com. Call 210-223-7473. PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Supplies, San Antonio, Hondo, High, Robstown, and now Kerrville, as well as Laredo and Jourdanton at pipemovers.com. That's PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Supplies.
On the line with Henry Pickett of the Abilene Livestock Auction. Henry, how was the cattle sale?
It was pretty good. We ended up with 1,506 with 390 cows. Kind of the highlight of the day, we had some Red Angus pairs. They were 4 and 5 years old. They bring a set of nice lean black yearling steers that probably weighed in the 7s, and they bring $1.40 to $1.50. Heifer mates to them bring $1.30. Everything was, yearlings were off probably 5 to 10. Light calves were probably off 10. But the better conditioned cattle and the better quality it was still pretty good considering, since we hadn't had a lot of rain or anything in the vicinity.
All right, Henry Pickett at the Abilene Livestock Auction. Appreciate the visit. Tell folks how to get a hold of you.
Here at the sale barn, we can be reached at 325-673-7865, or my cell number is 940-733-8208.
I'm Larry Marble. I'm on the line with George Wyco from Wholesale Steel. See him on Facebook at William Steel, or on the web at www.wholesalesteelsa.com. George, talk to us about the types of panels you offer.
We have sheep and goat panels for your show sheep or goats and stuff you just want to keep in a pen. We have big panels that are the exact same thing. We have panels that you can use to corral your dogs and make kennels out of. And, of course, we have our heavy-duty livestock panels for making your pens, chutes, alleys. Along that, we also have a standard-duty panel. It's a little lighter weight, but, they're they're just the same exact thing, same size.
And George, you can help clients design your panels into a livestock working facility, correct?
If you got a pen design in mind that you like or a sketch or something you want, bring it in. I'll be more than glad to sit down and design something to fit your needs, what you're looking for. I have some that are already pre-made. In case you see something that you like, it's already pre-done, we got it.
Tell us about your website and give us your phone number.
The website is wholesalesteelsa.com. There's some pictures of our panels and stuff that are on there. You can take a look at them, see what you like. And if you just wanted to give us a call, our phone number is 210-624-2000. 210-624-2000.
And the address to the business?
It is 18840 State Highway 16 in South San Antonio near Somerset.
On the right-hand side of the road as you travel north, correct?
Correct. Right-hand side, there'll be a big sign that says Wholesale Steel.
We've been with George Weichel from Wholesale Steel San Antonio. George, thanks for being on Down the Farm.
All right, sir. Have a great day.
On the line now with Carl Herman of Caldwell Livestock Commission. Carl, how's the sale shaping up for a Wednesday?
You know, it's coming along pretty good. You know, it's hot outside. We're at 98 today, but most of the cattle are coming in the evening, and a lot of them come in, and a lot of coming tomorrow. So we're looking for 650, 700, pretty easy. So look for a good sale.
Think the numbers are picking up due to the heat?
I think so.
Okay, that seems to be a trend around the area as rainfall seems to be scarce these days.
Well, everybody's taking it a week at a time, and the weeks that we don't get some rain and the heat persists and the wind, we're going to get more numbers every week.
All right, Carl Herman at Caldwell Livestock Commission. What time does the sale start?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock there in Caldwell. Meanwhile, tell folks how to get a hold of you.
My number is 979-820-5349. Call the barn, 567-4119. If you're in the Giddings and surrounding area, call Max Ebner at 540-8676.
Appreciate the report. I'll holler at you Thursday and see how the sale went.
Thank you, sir.
We're on the line from D&D with Wade Floyd. Wade, Purina's got some excellent fly control products, and one of them's a feed-through, isn't it?
Yes, sir. There is a loose mineral that we like to put out. It's going to be a 1275 mineral, and it does have that insect IGR in it.
All right, and y'all sell that in a 50-pound bag?
Yes, sir. We have it in a 50-pound bag, and then we also have it in a molasses tub that'll come in 225 pounds, also a 125-pound tub.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Wade. They're at D&D in Seguin.
Yes, sir. They can stop by and see us, or they can just give me a shout at 830-379-7340.
On the line now with Phil Brockenbush of Giddings Livestock. Phil, how was the cattle sale Monday?
It was good. We had 1,544 cattle, had probably 350 cows, the rest kind of calves. It was good. Cows and bulls a few dollars cheaper. The calf market, it was steady in spots and a little cheaper in spots. The lighter cattle were a little cheaper.
All right.
But all in all, it was good.
Good deal. Let's walk the pens.
All right, the steers, 300 and back, average around 160, bring up to $2. 3 to 4 weights, 166 to 182.5. 4 to 5 weights, 157 to 175. 5 to 6 weights, 154 to 167.5. 6 to 7 weights, 144 to 166. 7 to 8 weights, 136 to 151. The heifer mates, 300 and back, average around 150, bring up to 170. 3 to 4 weights, 145 to 172.5. 4 to 5 weights, 145 to 167.5. 5 to 6 weights, 143 to 160. 6 to 7 weights, 129 to 155. The packer cows, the high yielding cows brought from 75 to 87.5. The medium yielding cows, 46 to 65. The little thin cows, 30 to 45. The good bulls, the high yielding bulls, $1 to $1.13. The medium yielding bulls, 85 to 99. So it was a little cheaper on the cow end of the deal, but not too bad.
All right, cool. Anything on the radar for Monday next week?
Yeah, we got to go get a set of cows Saturday. There's 40 cows. There's some good little old young cows, some pairs. I think there was 32 pair on them when I looked at them the other day. And there's a younger end of the cows that are sure nice. So we'll have those, and there might be another set of bred cows. We'll have a string of kind of some roping calves too Monday off of a set of old cows. They're going to sell the cows and the calves, and they're all going to be split. And so there'll be a little old string of roping calves there too. And then I was going to remind everybody on Memorial Day, we will not have a sale that next week on the 29th?
I believe that's the 30th.
30th, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We won't have a sale that day, but we're having a goat roping. So,
all right, cool.
all you goat ropers come to the sale barn. We'll have a little old goat roping that Monday.
We have a Shindig Monday. No cattle sale, but a good goat roping at Giddings Livestock. Phil, tell us how to get a hold of y'all.
You can call me at 979-716-4395 or call the barn at 979-542-2274.
Shotgun look at the grains in Corpus Christi. Milo, D's plus 55, 14.57. Yellow corn, July plus 90, 8.90. And hard red winter wheat, July plus $1.30, 14.97. That's all our time for today. For Larry Marble, I'm J.R. Gully. This has been Down on the Farm Radio.